And what is up, guys? Welcome back to Acceleracers for another video. So as most of you guys know, I do about 99% of my Acceleracers Highway 35 shopping on eBay. That's where I think the most products are, with the most trusted website that can get you, your money back if you need it, if something's damaged. I trust eBay a lot. Never had any issues doing any business on eBay. And it seems like there's not very many scammers out there. But every now and then I do check, local apps like Facebook Marketplace and some other local ones in my area, Craigslist. But about 99% of the time, you're not going to find anything Acceleracers or Highway 35 related. And if you do, chances are it was posted a few months ago and somebody else has already got the item. And also, it can be a little sketchy sometimes meeting up with people in person to do these business deals, especially as these cars get more and more expensive. Nobody wants to get mugged in a parking lot at night. So needless to say, I prefer to use eBay for like 99% of my transactions. But every, 2 or 3 months, I just happen to go through on some local apps, Facebook Marketplace, and just see if anything new has popped up that has slipped through the cracks of everybody else. And believe it or not, check it out what we found on Facebook Marketplace. So this is a screenshot of the listing on Facebook Marketplace. It was a full set of Highway 35 World Race cars and a Zamac set, and all the blisters look absolutely mint in the pictures. Really good looking set. There was like a crease on the Zamac set box, but for the most part, beautiful looking cars. And this seller is located in Indiana, and the price was $0, which was odd, because you almost had to message him to see what sort of price he was looking for on these. And the interesting thing about this listing is that, one, it was 4 states away in Indiana, but I'm not going to show the part where it says the address because I'm not trying to give away anyone's home address. But so it said it was in Indiana, and then also it said the price was $0, which was interesting. And then the third thing was that it said it was not available for shipping. You could only come pick it up locally, which is also odd these days. Just about every listing says, ships for $4.99, ships for $12.99. Because who wants to drive like 18 hours to go and pick up cars or cards from somewhere? So I don't use Facebook, but I got a bunch of people that do. So I just had somebody else message him for me and sort of ask him, hey, so is this really for pickup only, or will you ship it for the right price? And he was like, nope, pickup only. So I was like, man, so if I really want these cars, I would have to drive to Indiana to get them. That is crazy. That's, for those of you who don't know, that's about a 9-hour drive, from 8.5 to 9 hours from where I am in North Carolina. But so anyways, and the price was $0. So I messaged him saying, hey, what sort of a price would you want for these? He came back and said something like, honestly, I'm about to put them all back in the attic because people are giving me these ridiculous lowball offers, $100, $200 for these. And at that point, you're hit with a tough decision, because your goal is to always have the other person say their price first. You don't want to say, oh, I'll give you $1,500 for it, and then have them be like, okay, yeah, that's a fair price. Because if you don't know what sort of price range they're thinking of, you can either end up overpaying, or if I were to lowball him real bad and say, well, I'll give you $400 for him, he might say, man, get out of here. I'm tired of lowballers. I'm not dealing with you. So I kind of hit him with a middle of the pack offer, just hoping that I could maybe get a counter offer from him. I said, hey, I'll give you $600 for the full set, and I'll give you $180 for the Zamac set. So $780 for a full set plus the Zamac set, hoping that he would give me a counter offer, maybe something a little bit higher, because I know these cars have all gone up a good value in price over the last couple months. And but I did, you got to use some negotiating tools. I said, now it is going to cost me about $120 in gas to drive up and get them. So that's the only reason I can't really offer more. I know they're worth more. And he was like, okay, well, tell you what, we'll negotiate a little bit. But it turned out he was actually perfectly fine with that price. So $780 was the final price for all 35 Highway 35 cars and the Zamac set. And this got me pretty excited, because I know recently there's at least 6 or 7 of those cars that have crossed over the $100 territory. I don't think they normally are supposed to be that much, but there's just been kind of a drought on eBay where some of them haven't been listed as much. And when that happens, when there's only but 1 or 2 of an item listed on eBay, somebody comes in and lists it for like $200, and then everybody else looks at the $200 price and goes, oh, it must be worth $200. Then they list theirs for $200. And that's sort of the situation we're in with the Acceleracers market, with all these cars that are going for $70 and $80 that aren't even really that rare. Like your Power Rages, your RD09. Like I had easy access to both of those as kids. The ones that I couldn't find were, your Reverbs, your Flying Furies, your second wave of Acceleracers cars. But I'm getting sidetracked. So I know that all those cars aren't 100% worth, $120 here, $200. Some people are listing high offers, which you have to do. If you're selling your collectibles, you want to get the most bang for your buck possible. So I totally get it. But anyways, for that price, $780 plus, about $120 in gas, some food on the way down, I figured it would end up running me right out about, $950 to $1,000 total for the purchase and the entire trip, plus, mileage on your car, because it's about 1,100 miles. So it was a pretty pretty sizable hike to go round trip. But sort of figured out the total price would be, $950 to $1,000. And I figured, even if I sell a full set with the Zamac set, I feel sure that I can, over time, I might even hang on to them for a little while. I feel sure that I can get, $2,000 to $2,500 for it down the road someday if I wanted to. Or if I wanted to, I could always sell them individually. Or I could just keep them up on my wall behind me for the ultimate hunt. There was a lot of options for these cars, but I've never seen most of them in person before. But at that price, I knew that I could make a profit for it, or a profit on them, whether I decided to keep them or sell them. So whenever you get an opportunity to get a really good set of old collectibles like that, you just can't pass up that opportunity. And those cars are super cool. And I was sold the second we negotiated that price of $780, because I know on eBay right now, I think you can get a full factory sealed set, like the 1 of 2000 set of Highway 35 cars, and it comes with the ultimate track set, and it's like $4,000. And I don't know if that's a truly accurate price or if that's something that someone just threw up there and not really wanting to sell it. But if somebody happens to pay me $4,000, I'll ship it out. But regardless, for a $780 for a full set and a Zamac set, I was sold. So looks like we're going to Indiana. So once we negotiated that price, I was sold, knew I needed to get up there and obtain those cars before somebody else did, because other people would realize, it's a pretty good deal. And I'm honestly stunned that nobody in Indiana actually noticed these cars on Facebook Marketplace and was able to negotiate a deal with the guy, because it's a great deal for some of those cars, and they're just super cool. All collectors want a full set of, Acceleracers Highway 35. It's just how it goes. But anyways, I figured that the best day that worked for me would be Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. And I wanted to get up there quickly and get them before anybody else had a chance to message him or negotiate a better price, because I wanted to go ahead and secure it, get it in my hands. And I also wanted to make sure I did it in one trip, because I didn't really want to have to rent a hotel room and stay overnight in Indiana or anywhere else, because that eats into your profits paying 80 or 90 bucks for a hotel room. And I was trying to minimize the expenses as much as possible, because the gas was already going to be a beast. So the goal was to leave around 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday, hopefully get there by 4 or 5, it's about 8-9 hour drive, and then hopefully be back a little bit after midnight, minimize our nighttime driving. That is the game plan. Pretty sure I should do a car reveal too. This is my beautiful 2012 Ford Mustang. She's never let me down before. Hopefully she can go 1,100 miles in a day. She's really dirty actually. Probably needs a car wash. But we're gonna see if she can make it to Indiana and back in one day. Hopefully we don't have any issues. All right guys, so we're officially on the road. Funny story for you guys. So yesterday was today's Tuesday. So yesterday was Labor Day. And naturally, I walked out in the morning and I had a nail in my back tire and low tire pressure. So, and of course, since it's Labor Day, every single mechanic shop within like a 50-mile radius of me was closed. So I had to wait till the day of the trip to go to the mechanics to get the tire patched. So we just did that. So we're getting a bit of a late start. It's about 10 a.m. now as we are getting ready to leave. And it's about an 8.5 hour drive, maybe 9. So hopefully we'll get there before dark, because I really don't want to do I really don't want to meet a new person 4 states over in the dark at night. But who knows? Hopefully I'll be able to drive fast and get us there quickly, so we don't have to, we can get them while it's still daylight outside. All right, guys, just a little update. It is now 12:30 p.m. We've been driving for about 2.5 hours. We have crossed from North Carolina into Virginia. I think we're in Virginia now. We have about 6 hours to go. We should be arriving around 6:30 on the dot. We should get there before it gets dark. So, talk to you in a little bit, and we'll keep you updated. All right, it's about 3 p.m. We're about halfway there. I had to stop for lunch, got some Subway, got my chicken and bacon ranch sub. I'm already about halfway gone before I remember to record. What'd you get? Oven roasted chicken breast? Oven roasted chicken breast and chicken bacon. We're big chicken fans. What do you guys get from Subway when you go? Let me know down in the comments. All right, guys, we are getting close. We are officially 1 hour away from our destination. You would not believe the amount of traffic that we got stuck in. At one point, we were sitting for about 45 minutes with the car in park on the interstate because there was an accident about a half mile ahead of us. But we are getting closer and closer. Our ETA is about 7:45, and then hopefully we will be obtaining these Highway 35 cars. We will keep you posted on how it goes. All right, guys, it is about 9:30 now. We successfully made it to the guy's house. We picked up the Zamac set and the full set of Highway 35 cars. I made sure everything was in the box, but I didn't really get a chance in front of him to look super closely at all the blisters, but I do know for a fact that all the cars are in the box. So they're all in the trunk now. We'll take a closer look at them when we get back home, but for now, it is 9:30 p.m. We just had Subway again for dinner, and we have about a 9-hour drive back home, so we're gonna be rolling in about 5 a.m. Gonna be a really long night, but not to worry. We have Starbucks triple shot energy caramel. This sucker's gonna get me through this drive back. So talk to you all in a little bit. All right, guys, so we did manage to get home safely. Man, let me tell you what, since that traffic delayed us so much on the way down, we didn't end up getting back until about 6. It was between 5:30 and 6 a.m. when we finally got home. Huge shout out to my girl for coming with me on the trip, because I definitely don't think I would have been able to do that whole drive overnight by myself. Because regardless of where you're driving, if you don't have another person in the car with you at night for a long trip like that, you know, I don't know how those truckers do it. Like, we saw so many truckers going up and down the road, but I definitely would have fallen asleep at the wheel if she wasn't in the car, you know, keeping me company, chatting with me, because interstate driving at night is definitely different than driving through, you know, back roads and stuff like where I live, because, you know, it's pretty much a straight shot in the dark. You know, you're listening to music, and after about 3 or 4 hours of that, your eyes get real heavy and you start nodding. So I'm really glad I had another person with me, or else I probably would have had to pull over and take a nap, because I wasn't about to crash and die on the interstate. Even though dying for Highway 35 cars does sound pretty poetic. But needless to say, made it back safe and sound. So now let's take a look at these Highway 35 and Zamac cars that we snagged from Indiana. All right, guys, so let's take a look through these Highway 35 cars that we just secured from Indiana. And I've been doing some research on some of the rarer ones, some of the more common ones, and it looks like the guy actually put price stickers on the bottom of the individual cars, which does help a little bit, but I'm gonna have to peel all those stickers off. So let's go through them real quick. We've got Power Pistons, Motocross, Vulture, Power Rocket, Twin Mill. I think Power Rocket is in Hot Wheels Unleashed, if I remember correctly. Twin Mill, Zodic, Ballistic, Switchback, Backdraft, 55 Nomad, and Dior 2. Definitely wish I would have had one of those as a kid. That is such a sweet car. Then we've got Power Pipes, Chrysler Thunderbolt, the Corvette Stingray. Then we've got Pontiac Rageous, Slingshot, Quarter Mile Coupe, Taro's 70 Roadrunner. We've got the Thunderbolt, Red Baron, the 99 Charger RT. We've got the Split Window Vet, Muscle Tone. Then moving on to some Dune Rats cars, we've got Mega Duty, El Camino, the Sweet 16, the Wild Thing car, the one that Esmeralda drove in the movies, definitely a pretty unique model. And then we've got Crazy Eights. Everyone loves the car that Kadeem drove. Still can't believe that car is nearing $100 on eBay. That's absolutely crazy. Toyota RSC. Then we got the Ford F-150. Then Road Rocket, Aero Flash, Firebird, 24/7, and Side Draft. And I gotta say, I've never seen most of these cars in person. I am definitely just absolutely loving having them all. They're absolutely beautiful to look at, and definitely gotta say, without a doubt, the Street Breed probably has the coolest paint schemes and cars in the whole set. I mean, the Wave Rippers have some pretty cool cars too, but just can't go wrong with the Street Breed. I mean, Side Draft, I love the purplish red on that car. 24/7 and Slingshot, two more of my favorite models. So that is our full set of Highway 35 World Race cars. And then we also have the Zamac set. This is set number 1,699 out of 2,000. Very cool. We're gonna open it up real quick, take a look at these Zamac cars. And I don't know what Zamac means exactly. If anybody knows, go let me know down in the comments. I just know that these are the plain car models without any decals or anything like that on them. And unfortunately, the Slingshot one does have a big dent in the package, but the rest of them look super mint, super pristine. This guy took amazing care of his collection other than putting stickers on the bottom. But those shouldn't be too much of an issue. They seem to peel off pretty easily. So that is our full haul of Highway 35 Acceleracers cars that we got from our trip to Indiana. So that is going to wrap up for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing these cars in my little trek excursion to Indiana, if you will. I definitely had a lot of fun doing it. If I had the opportunity to do it again, I 100% would. Love taking quick road trips and things like that. And, you know, sometimes it's good to be a little spontaneous. And if the deal was good, I was like, you know what, we're going. So hopefully our next deal that we find is in California, so we can take a cross-country road trip to, you know, Los Angeles or something. That would be pretty sweet. Nah, I would probably fly to Los Angeles if I had to get something out there. But needless to say, it was lots of fun. And now I have this awesome set of collectibles, whether I decide to keep them, sell them individually, sell them as a set. Definitely can't go wrong getting them for that price. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the Acceleracers Hub for more Acceleracers related content. Should have a giveaway video coming on Saturday for you guys, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out, guys.